hyped. I feel like things are on the up and up in 2019, especially when the fuel is there, man. When your diet's in place and you're eating enough food, it can feel really empowering on those workouts, and that's what I felt today. I mean, I had extra to give on the uphill. Miles in the past, I don't know, 8 months or so, and since I ran that marathon, I did all that marathon training, and I just have the urge to go run a half marathon or just some kind of long run, you know. I've done a half marathon, I ran a marathon before, so I feel comfortable without getting injured, but you know, sometimes you think just go easy 5K run or go do another 5 miler or whatever. And like, this doesn't sound very fun, you know. Usually with 3 or 5 miles you're in the same areas you normally do on those runs, but if you just up it a little bit, maybe you can go a little bit further, you can adventure out a little bit, you know, run on some new places you never ran before. So that's my mentality of this half marathon run. It's kind of like a little bit of a mission, like, you know, it makes it a little bit more exciting. So I'm always trying to, like, I guess, at least lately now, like, I'm always trying to put a twist on my training to make it funner. People who settled on this land canoed here from French Polynesia, navigated by stars. Fun fact. Hilo is absolutely popping this holiday season. So many people are in town. The vibes are fun, dude. So many people. From the time from like Christmas, New Year's time, a lot of tourists are here and Hilo is going off. The swells are going off. It's just a fun town to be at this time of year. More juice. I got about 2.5 miles to go to get home. It's all climbing, about 600 feet, and so far so good, feeling good. And just one thing I realized is that, you know, your job is to run, but your job is also to constantly fuel yourself and hydrate yourself. You know, we think running is the main focus, but on long runs, you have to make this a job. You have to get this fueling. So you got to make those stops. You know, you got to think about where to stop for the store. You just got to lose your momentum for a little bit to hydrate. It's going to pay off in the end. watermelon juice, not from concentrate. I've never tried that before. Good stuff. Of pasta. I got this little like saute mix with pasta sauce. There's onions, black beans, tempeh, tomatoes, broccoli mixed with black beans, and pasta sauce, hot sauce, smoked paprika. So that just got sauteed in a separate pot from the pasta, and then you got pickled jalapenos on top. And this is good, man. This is a lot of carbs, a lot of protein. I am noticing that protein's a real thing if you want strength. And I really noticed that because I've started doing some upper body work. Doing pull-ups, doing bicep curls, more core workouts, and I'm realizing that it seems like there's a correlation when I'm eating more protein. It seems like I have more strength when it comes to upper body. I never really felt that with cycling or running, so I never really cared about protein. But I mean, if higher protein intake translates to more strength lifting, I could imagine it wouldn't hurt for running, cycling, swimming, endurance sports. So as much as I've emphasized carbs in the past, I'm also starting to emphasize protein. I think protein's super important. But I am super hyped on that run. I felt back in my element. There's these videos, like there's time in this vlog where I was documenting my journey to running my first ever marathon, and I always really liked those vlogs, and I always watch those are really cool to me. Like the cycling vlogs are all cool, but those running vlogs I'm just super hyped on. Just good music, good editing, and yeah, it was an interesting phase of my life. I was just eating 100% raw, and I was literally eating intuitively, like as soon as I felt full from like raw food, I'd be done. I don't think that was super smart. Even though I was running fast, I don't think it's sustainable long term to do that, and I got off of it. And then, it's been kind of a hard battle to eat normal food again. Like, for a while after eating 100% raw for so long, I started eating vegan again. And I'd experienced like high blood sugar and crashes and stuff like that. And I still just didn't feel as strong as I normally would, and my appetite wasn't as great, so I could consume enough calories to put myself through a lot of labor, a lot of training. And I'm finally getting back on track and finally eating lots of carbohydrates. I mean, like 2 or 3 meals a day of just mainly mainly plant-based whole foods. That's mainly what I eat. And yeah, I'm starting to get used to eating 3 or 2 cooked meals a day, because after you do raw for so long, you try to get back to cooked food, and it's just like I'm like tired, I'm like sluggish. But it takes a little bit of adaptation period, and it's important to eat some of these foods. I mean, these foods, the cooked foods just allow for sustenance. It certainly has certain different nutrients that some raw foods don't have. And seeds and nuts are important, eating more of those. I also eat more oil, I find I enjoy my food a little bit more, and I can eat more. So yeah, I'm all about just eating more food now, and yeah, that translated to a great run. And we're gonna do it sustainably this time, even though I ran good on 100% raw, we're gonna run better and longer. Eating a whole food plant-based diet, eating as many calories as we can possibly consume. And if you feel like you're getting a little chubby or whatever, just do some core work. I learned that too. I used to eat raw till 4 all the time, and I just didn't feel as lean as I could be. And that kind of, I think, resulted to I wasn't eating on a well-timed manner. Like breakfast and lunch, you'd eat fruit, and then you just binge out on a bunch of cooked food at night, and then you go to sleep with that, and I feel like I was putting on weight. But at the same time, like, I was like, I felt like I could be leaner. I was like, I'm still like kind of chubby. And I also learned that you gotta work your upper body. If you're not seeing a six-pack, you gotta work it. You know, use that fuel you're putting in to tone up the areas that you feel like you need to, you want definition in. Typically on a raw food diet, I was chasing to be lean by my diet, and the way you define some of the body parts that you want more tone is by doing some strength work, you know, and I found that to be super helpful. But yeah, overall, man, I'm hyped. I feel like things are on the up and up in 2019, especially when the fuel is there, man. When your diet's in place and you're eating enough food, it can feel really empowering on those workouts, and that's what I felt today. I mean, I had extra to give on the uphill when I was about to finish the half marathon, and yeah, I felt back in my element, you know. I felt like myself, you know, like a better version of myself, like I was out there trucking, grinding, you know. I felt like a man out there. I felt like instant testosterone boost, just being out there and charging and feeling strong again. So yeah, man, I'm hyped on training. I'm hyped on getting my health back, and I'm gonna try to keep focusing on my diet and making sure I'm getting all my nutrients. Like, if you've never logged any of your nutrition into Cronometer on a vegan diet, I highly recommend doing so. Just make sure you're getting everything. Just do it for like 3 or 4 days and see what levels are, you know, lacking or what levels are sufficient, and then eat foods that are higher in those nutrients, and you know, supplement if you need to, or eat animal products if you want. You know, that's another option, but really trying to stay away from animal products. I gotta credit my friend Katie for helping me out with my diet a little bit, because I've been struggling, and she kind of checked all my nutrient levels on Cronometer and made sure I was getting everything just perfectly. So yeah, I gotta give a big shout out to Katie Reines. She's a dietitian. If you guys need help with your diet, highly recommend her, especially if you're looking to go into a plant-based vegan diet. I'll link her YouTube channel and her Instagram and her email so you can get a contact of her. Thanks, Katie, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next vid. Aloha.